Hey guys, Jackie here from So Bright Creations. I have some exciting things to share with you. I've been working in this bathroom. It's coming along and look at that. We finished the ceiling. How good does it look? I'm pretty obsessed with it and I'm super happy with how it all came together. We were looking for an affordable option for covering up some crappy drywall on the ceiling and I think we nailed it. So have you ever heard of beadboard? This is what a sheet of beadboard looks like. It comes in 4 feet by 8 feet. It's fairly thin and kind of flimsy stuff. It's about 50 to 60 bucks for a sheet. And that's what we used for the ceiling. I just wanted to share a few tips with you if you are gonna try doing this yourself. First of all, you need to map it out ahead of time. You need to know where your studs are and you need to come up with a plan on where you're going to put your boards because they need to line up with the studs. So I could have gotten one sheet like right here and then a little section, but also it would have been kind of funny because then I would have had a trim just down the one side and not on the other. So I cut the boards to make it so that it was even. I also really wanted the lines to go long ways in the room because I thought it would make it look bigger. However, it would have been a little bit easier with the sheets if it went the other direction, but I do like the look of this better. Having smaller size boards made it go up easier because they are a little bit hard to handle. Ended on studs this way. And then as far as this way goes, I just made sure to secure in the studs, so I marked it all out. It's kind of hard to see, but because I did fill all the holes, but anywhere there is a stud, that's where you put the nail gun in. That's where you secure it. So the most important thing is you got to be securing into the studs. As for around the fan, I just made it kind of all join up. And then this little section was kind of small, but you'll also notice I did caulking on all the edges where the trim joined the beadboard, but I did not caulk where the trim joined this wall or like this wall here. And I didn't do that because I just thought it would make a cleaner finish when I had the caulking joining the two. Then it becomes difficult where you draw the line painting because I don't want to get any paint on the wallpaper. So I just found that it made it a little bit easier. See this hole here, I didn't feel very good. I missed that one. But for the most part, I went through and I filled all the holes and caulked everything. I used my Craftsman 18 gauge battery powered nail gun. I did use an air nailer for some of it too, just because it was a little bit lighter holding overhead. But this was really handy for when my little guy was napping and I didn't want to make too much noise. This is the caulking I used. It's Alex Flex by DAP. And again, I did where the trim joined the beadboard, except I just did not do the outside edge. And I really think that's just personal preference. The beadboard and the trim both came pre-primed. I did 2 coats of this ceiling paint. Now, this is just regular flat white ceiling paint. I have since heard that you can get ceiling paint specific to bathrooms, so that might be something you might want to look into. Those are kind of my basic tips. The biggest things, make sure you're securing into studs. You need to be securing into something that is going to hold it in place. Fill all your holes, take the time to do the caulking. It's worth it. I do think it's a really affordable way to update a ceiling. If you were doing a huge area, maybe a little less affordable, but probably still cheaper than like a wood shiplap. I think it's really fun. I love the look and I'm happy with it. If you like it too and want to give it a try, let me know how it goes. For the day-to-day DIYs, follow along So Bright Creations on Instagram.